Hello, brothers and sisters in Heartdwellers family. May you all receive great courage to keep your eyes on Jesus in the hour we're living in. Had to go back on the mountain in the community to get our truck, and it was the community rosary hour when I arrived. So Mother Clare wanted me to stay and pray the rosary with everyone. I then got updates on what the Lord has been speaking to Mother Elizabeth, and the Lord said, war is coming. I kept thinking, Lord, what about all our prayers for mercy? Wondering if this can be delayed or held back. World War III will commence the rapture and the tribulation. These were some thoughts in my heart as I continued to pray. When I arrived back in town at the house in Taos, there's a prayer tree I consecrated to Blessed Mother, where I go to pray daily. I was having a wonderful time in worship when I turned around and across the field was an abandoned building with huge graffiti words in black that said, war. My heart sunk as I felt such a foreboding of something truly coming to our nation. I then began to hear Jesus speak to me, so I stopped worshiping and began writing. I came before him saying, Good morning, Lord. I can't help but have a sinking feeling of foreboding events in our nation. Then when I turned around, I saw on the building written in graffiti, war. Is that coming to our nation? Jesus, what's on your heart? Jesus began, My beloved one, the next few months in your nation will be tumultuous, with the increase in COVID cases, with nations raging against other nations, and with many patriots anxious for the return of your rightful president, Donald Trump, as they see Biden's administration unravel at the seams. It will culminate to civil unrest. As I mentioned, there will be many protests all over your nation concerning the mandated vaccinations as they begin to really crack down and pressure the populace to take it or lose their livelihood. There will be many emotions of anger, anxiety, impatience, and frustration, which has been festering up for a while now. With the world events taking a dive for the worse, many will begin to get hopeless and want to take justice in their own hands, protect themselves, and take matters in their own hands, which is a perfect recipe for civil unrest and civil war. It won't be as bloody, but there's a great chasm and great divide going on in your nation. Those who are for me and well aware of what's going on, and those who are blinded, following the blind, and those who have not my perspective, but their own agenda in mind, and are anxious to take liberty in their own hands. This will be a dark winter for your nation. I intend to do what I promised by exposing Biden and removing him from office. Although there are casualties with any transition of power, I never intended it to be this way. The deep state will even be surprised by the anarchy and the unrest they themselves won't be able to contain or handle. That's what happens when you work for and with Satan. When you think you have control, he then uses the same system and turns it around against you. These things will come about very organically, and the dark matter released upon the earth doesn't make it any better, as certain cities will be targeted more strategically. I then sensed Chicago would be one of the main cities, as he said that, as demons of rebellion and principalities such as mayhem, chaos, and anger have their way. There will be many lives lost, increase in mass shootings more than ever before, and great affliction, which will cause many to become hopeless. But my brides, I want you to stay at peace. Keep your peace, and do not fear. Be a source of hope for your family, telling them that I am in control, as I continue to expose the corruption and fraud in this administration. Although they intend to bring about World War III, in order that they may reign supreme over all nations, and Obama take his place as the world leader. I'm going to cause a shaking from within, that they wouldn't have time to even focus on other nations, but will be preoccupied with this war within their own nation. So I sense what Jesus meant by all of this is that Biden and his administration's goal is to bring about World War III, if he could have his way. He would lead us into that war. Then everyone in our nation would come together in patriotism and the focus would be a nation that has now become our enemy. Obama would become world leader over UN, and once the war begins, which they planned, would be devastating. However, since they have planned the war, they would quickly restore our government and infrastructure a lot sooner than anyone could possibly do, and rise to be victors in all of this, and be praised by world leaders, therefore setting the stage for the New World Order, and Obama rising to ultimate power over all nations. That's something Jesus told Mother Clare as well. So you see, family, that is the agenda of Biden being president. He's a puppet being used to fulfill the bigger picture of the New World Order agenda. However, the Lord is going to use this situation to turn this on them, what they never expected. Because in order to implement the New World Order, they must get the people's trust and support. This uprising will toss Biden to and fro as many begin to lose their trust and support for who they thought they voted in. Jesus continued, I want you to pray, my beloved brides, for those who want to take justice in their own hands and not wait on me. There's so many of them who are zealous, but walking in their own wisdom, and will be the ones easily killed or can cause the most damage to masses. I have a strategic plan in mind going about this, but Satan will incite these souls out of anger, impatience, and bitterness in their own hearts to move on their own to incite violence, and a rhetoric that will be harmful to many who follow their ways. Pray for the many patriots who are willing to fight for liberty in your nation, that they would wait on me, that they would wait on my timing and my way of doing things. Pray for the many casualties, especially the innocent, that will be lost in the crossfire of all of this. Pray for the lying media to come down, Biden's administration and their agenda to be exposed. Pray much, much for mercy on all. Stay away from the news like never before. There will be so much poison that anyone who watches it, there will be no way for them not to be infected with the poison of fear, anger, even rage and bitterness. Stay at my feet, resting on my heart and in prayer. These things must take place to wake up the masses, to restore your rightful president, and to reform this nation before I return, and for revival to break forth. And that was the end of Jesus' message. I would like to now end with this prophetic song the Lord played over me 3 days ago in prayer, which stopped me in my tracks as I realized the gravity of what we are facing and what is about to happen to our nation. It also confirmed for me this message, and that the idea that came to my mind of Chicago being strategically targeted was accurate. Another thing I didn't mention above is how Black Lives Matter will be used as well to cause the chasm of division and assist in the Civil War. We must pray fervently, Heartdwellers family, for the city, the innocent lives that will be lost, and for those following blindly the Black Lives Matter movement to wake up and see the true motives of Satan's agenda in that organization. This song the Lord played is called Chicago. It's from Willie McDowell, who's a worship artist and had a prophetic vision of the city. Let's continue to fast and pray. God bless you until the next message.
Chicago. Boom, boom, boom. Chicago. Boom, boom, boom. Crips. Bloods. Chicago. Boom, boom, boom. Crips, Bloods. Are we leaving room? Someone died today. He was 9. Someone died yesterday. She was 8. Someone is not alive today. She was 5. Someone is not alive today. She was 20. Chicago. Boom, boom, boom. Black Lives Matter. Chicago. Boom, boom, boom. Someone's not alive today. She was 6. Stray bullet. Right through the house. Permanent fix. Chicago. Boom, boom, boom. Windy City. Home of the Bears. championship teams, black children's screams. Chicago, boom, boom, boom. You're leaving no room for understanding. You're leaving no room but for demanding of you to put your guns down. Lift your hearts up. Chicago, boom, boom, boom. Somebody's not alive today. She was 40. Graduate. College degree. Not fast enough to flee. Chicago, boom, boom, boom. Crips, Bloods. Chicago.